Hey ladies, it is another episode of Pussy Magic and Musings with Sierra Sullivan here, the Pussy Oracle. Woo, woo, woo. I don't know why I'm looking over there. I need to look over there. The camera's over there. Welcome ladies. Thank you for tuning in. And today I want to share with you a topic that is exciting, and funny enough, it's a topic that we often forget, and I have definitely forgotten in the past, but it's how to utilize the power of pussy for making business decisions, and really any decision actually. One of the things that I once shared with a dear friend of mine who was having trouble making decisions, I said, well, if you're really not sure, check your pants. And she's like, what do you mean check your pants? And I'm like, well, just touch your pussy and put a finger inside of her and see, is she feeling moist or wet or even dripping at the result of whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. And now maybe that won't work for everybody, but she was like, what? I never thought about that. So think of it this way. When it comes to any decision, but specifically I'm talking business decisions, we can get very, what I like to call dry pussy when we're thinking about something that doesn't feel in alignment. So let me take a moment and talk about the concept of turn on here, because turn on is tied in with this. So turn on, so those of you that might have been part of this Pussy Collective for a while, about a year ago, I did a turn on challenge. And the idea of turn on is like life force energy, getting excited about something. Are you feeling turned on? Are you feeling jazzed up? Are you feeling uplifted? Are you feeling excited? Right? Turn on equals excitement. Turn on is excitement. Excitement is turn on. Most of us have put the idea of turn on in a sexual category because this world is overly sexualized because it's so darn repressed. It's funny how that works. But basically, turn on is a way to tell if you're excited about something or not. Are you feeling turned on? Are you feeling leaned in? Are you feeling activated? So the same is true for your pussy, right? Your pussy, if one of my other dear friends says, oh, she calls it vagina tingles when something is said that really lights her up and excites her. So when it comes to business, and I've been doing a little, what we've been calling my genius inventory with a friend of mine that is helping me recraft some of my pussy offerings and look at some of my past work and basically recreate an exciting new format for this work, or not even this work, but this mission to thrive and serve more women. And in looking at how we want to move forward, she asked me to look at what I've done in the past, what's worked, what's not. And the way that we're contextualizing it is what feels hot, what feels not hot. Right? What feels hot, what feels not. What has been a turn on for me in the past, and what has been a turn off for me? What has lit me up, and what has, dimmed me? And there's a lot of things that I have done in the past when it comes to my businesses, the various businesses I've had, that have really dried me out energetically, physically, and I'm sure down there. And so now I'm really tuned in, now that I've awoken to my own connection to pussy over the last several years. I've become more attuned to, does this make me feel juicy and sexy and yummy? Then I should be doing it. If it doesn't, then there's either something that I need to reevaluate and find a way to actually get it to be a turn on, get it to feel juicy, because sometimes it just might be a slight tweak. Like, oh, I have to write this email. Well, the email might excite me, because it's a message that I want to get across, but staring at the computer screen for hours on end to try to compile my thoughts may be a bit dry pussy. So it doesn't mean that the email's not something I need to write or something that I want to be writing, but how I'm going about it may not be serving me. So in that moment, what would make it more juicy? Turn on some music, get up and move around. Move me and my computer to a place that feels more uplifted. Maybe go outside and write the email, or go sit in front of the water, or whatever it is. Go change my scenery, find a way, or pour a cup of tea, or diddle myself. I don't know, but what's going to make it more exciting? So there's the invitation to always be looking for what will have it be juicy and exciting for you. And then when it comes to a decision, is it just realizing, like, am I feeling turned on about this, or am I feeling turned off? Am I feeling juiced up about it? And perhaps check your pants. Like I gave that advice to my friend. Check your pants. Does your pussy feel wet or tingly, or does it feel dry and numb? And to really access the knowledge of your body's knowing. You see, our bodies are the first responders. It's the mind that gets in the way. It's the mind has all the stories and all of the conditioning and all of the beliefs and all of our upbringing that essentially becomes an issue when we are listening to our truth. The body doesn't lie. The body has no mind. The body just responds instinctively to stimuli. And it's the mind that begins to interpret that and then makes up all sorts of different stories based on our conditioning and whatnot. So the difference is really using your pussy and the body's knowledge and awareness and brilliance to tune into whether something you're doing feels accurate. And notice if you're getting too caught up here, then most likely you need to find a way to drop back into your body. But I say the quickest thing is touch your pussy. Is she turned on? Is she wet? Is she feeling juicy? And if not, what could make her more juicy? So whether the decision is to do it or to not do it, or if you know you need to do it, how can you do it in a way that's going to help you feel more aligned with it, and then make the decision from that place. So it's super helpful. She is a guiding force, and the more we can be in right relationship, in right connection with her, listening to her, observing her, touching her, looking at her, the more we're going to have a direct transmission connect to her. If we're just out of sight, out of mind with pussy, as many of us tend to be in this particular ilk of life, then she's not going to be a really good guidance system. So tuning in, listening, checking down there, checking in from the physical sense, what feels yummy, what feels not so yummy, is going to go a long way for actually doing things in life that will light you up. And I'll just say this. If we're doing things, there's the old adage, the old paradigm way of like, well, just buck up and do it anyways, or push through. That is a masculine trait. While that is a methodology and may serve for a woman's physiology, it actually doesn't serve. We need to be way more in tune with what is actually going to be in alignment with our physical bodies than pushing through. Pushing through will ultimately be detrimental, and it'll have us miss something that we might be able to gain knowledge and understanding of if we just take a pause, come back into our truth and our knowing and our turn on, and actually make decisions from there. So I'm speaking to myself. I need this advice just as much as I'm doling it out to you. So this was a super helpful Facebook Live for me too, because I'm like, oh right, I gotta remember to check my pussy, check my pants, check my turn on. And if I'm not feeling turned on, then I either don't do it, I delegate it, I find a way, or I find a way to have it be a juicy, yummy endeavor. So hopefully this was helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, I'm offering a Pussy Oracle special for the month of July. So if you're catching this replay and it's still July 2019, today is the 16th, so for another 15, 16 days, I've got a Pussy Oracle special. And if you'd love to get more connection to your pussy, if you'd love to hear what she has to say, if you'd love to see what she has to offer, then book your special. We can do it remotely. That's actually the best way to do it, and that's really the only way I do it right now. And it's more over $500 off right now. And I'm going to be revamping all my packages and my pricing, so now's a really good time to get in on it and allow me to support you. And you don't have to book it in July. You can book it later, but the special goes till the end of July. So I'll post the link below on this as well, but it's sierrajsullivan.com/V-Day, bringing back the V-Day special I did in February, and this will probably be the last time I offer that special. So if you're feeling called to see and hear and know your pussy more intimately, then let's have a chat and let's rock it. And I just want to say, if you're not sure That website says a lot. That link, sierrajsullivan.com/VDay, all lowercase, V as in vulva, day. Then reach out to me and we can hop on the phone and do a 15-minute chat, and I'm more than happy to support you in discovering if an oracle session is right for you. All right, loves, thanks for tuning in. Oh, good to see you here, Lisa. And have a beautiful week, and I'll be back here next Tuesday, every Tuesday at 2:22 Pacific for another episode of Pussy Magic and Musings. Stay tuned and love you lots. Ciao.